In the heart of Europe, the Swiss Alps stand as a colossal barrier, a cathedral of rock and ice that has challenged human ambition for millennia. Crossing these peaks has always meant confronting the raw power of nature, navigating treacherous paths and extreme weather conditions. For centuries, the Gotthard Pass was the soul of transalpine trade, a vital yet dangerous passage that required days of grueling travel. The first railway tunnel in 1882 was a revolution, but as decades passed, the world began to demand more speed, more capacity, and more efficiency. Thus, the vision for the Gotthard Base Tunnel was born. Not a climb toward the summits, but a flat corridor carved into the mountain's darkest depths. A project of unprecedented scale, 57 kilometers of solid rock to be drilled to create the longest railway tunnel in the world. Above the tunnel, the Gotthard Massif presses down with millions of tons of weight. Engineers had to anticipate unheard-of pressures and temperatures exceeding 45 degrees Celsius. To meet this challenge, full-face tunnel boring machines were designed, colossal machines capable of devouring rock meter by meter. These machines, named with familiar names like Sissy and Heidi, worked uninterrupted for over a decade in the darkness of the earth. Behind the machines, thousands of men and women worked in relentless shifts, living for months in the belly of the mountain, far from the sunlight. Every step forward was a struggle against the unpredictable, sudden veins of water, rock collapses, and stifling heat that tested every technology. Precision was vital. In a 57-kilometer tunnel, an error of just a few centimeters at the start would have meant missing the meeting point in the heart of the mountain. On October 15, 2010, the world witnessed a miracle. The two excavation teams met with a deviation of only 8 centimeters. The barrier had fallen. The final structure is a masterpiece of underground architecture, 2 parallel tunnels connected by a complex safety and ventilation system. Inside, multifunctional stations like Fido and Cedron ensure safety, allowing for the evacuation of passengers in case of necessity. After the excavation, the installation of technology began. Kilometers of tracks, electric cables, and state-of-the-art digital signaling systems. Today, trains speed through this corridor at incredible velocities, drastically reducing travel times between the north and south of the continent. Traveling through the Gotthard is like sliding into the future, a smooth and constant journey where the mountain above us seems almost to vanish. But the true beating heart of the Gotthard is freight transport. Every day, thousands of tons of products cross these Alps by rail. It is the fundamental piece of the Rhine-Alpine corridor, a vital artery connecting the major ports of the north with the markets of the Mediterranean. The environmental impact is extraordinary. By shifting goods from road to rail, the Gotthard protects the delicate alpine ecosystem from pollution. Fewer trucks on the alpine passes means cleaner air and a greener future for the generations living among these mountains. The life of the tunnel continues every day with meticulous maintenance. Every component is monitored in real time by advanced control centers. From Pelagio, the brain of the system manages every single train, ensuring that the synchronized dance of the convoys happens in total safety. The Gotthard is much more than a Swiss work. It is a symbol of European cooperation, realized thanks to the contribution of intelligence and technology from around the world. It demonstrates that when nations work together for a common goal, no natural barrier is truly insurmountable. The entrance portals are monuments to modernity, understated architectures that mark the boundary between the outside world and the underground realm of iron. Exiting the tunnel to the south means finding yourself in a new land, in a different climate, reached in just a few minutes thanks to an invisible journey. This tunnel is the ultimate testimony to the technological progress of our century, a world record that will be hard to surpass. The mountain remains there, imposing and silent, but man has learned to live with its secrets, finding a middle ground between respect and innovation. Enormous ventilation systems ensure the air is always breathable and that the Earth's heat never becomes an insuperable obstacle. Automatic fire suppression systems and advanced thermal sensors constantly watch over the lives of passengers, making this the safest tunnel in the world. Every convoy is a kept promise of punctuality and reliability in a system that never stops, not even in the heart of the night. The base tunnel has transformed world logistics, making the passage of goods through the Alps an almost instantaneous process. For citizens, it has shortened the distance between cultures. The Alps no longer divide but unite regions that once seemed far apart. Zurich and Milan are now close, joined by a ribbon of steel that flows beneath millions of tons of granite. Every detail, from the smallest bolt to the most complex control software, is the result of engineering that accepts no compromises. The design of light and internal space was studied to avoid a sense of claustrophobia, making the journey pleasant despite the absence of views. The European economy of the future will travel on these tracks, an investment that will pay back nations for decades to come. It is a bridge toward increasingly integrated mobility where the railway regains its role as the queen of long-distance transport. Despite the technology, respect for the mountain remains fundamental. Engineers work to minimize every visual and auditory impact. Alpine fauna continues to live undisturbed, unaware of the silent revolution taking place beneath its feet. This is the legacy we leave to future generations, the demonstration that human ingenuity can overcome any physical boundary. The Gotthard Base Tunnel will remain for centuries a testimony to what we can achieve when we dream big. A journey beneath the heart of Europe, through the darkness of rock to reach the light of a new connection. Gotthard, the eternal challenge won by man against nature, a work that connects the world 1 kilometer at a time. The longest railway tunnel in the world, a symbol of progress that will never cease to amaze.